Yeah, I think the Metro match was very frustrating for me because I felt like we were right there and competitive with them. It was at our house in front of 550 people. And I just felt like we were right there, and with just a couple bounces, the ball bounces our way a couple more times and we get that victory. So it was pretty frustrating, but like I said right afterwards, the best therapy is to get right back in the gym. That was a tough road trip. I think we got to the hotel about 1 o'clock in the morning. Had to turn around and play Westminster. Came out a little bit flat, and that first set was pretty close, and then Sierra Hunt came in and kind of lit it up, having 14 kills and 21 swings. So that was really good to see. Ashton also hit 500, and Kurt was the defensive player of the week. So she was really solid for us all weekend. So that kind of helped. And it's kind of what we come to expect from her. We do take you for granted, and I'll say that publicly and on record. And we really appreciate what you do for us. So
thanks.
Yeah, there it is.
This week, back at home for 2 matches of Adam State and Highlands. Maybe talk a little bit about them and kind of goals and mission.
Yeah, Adams was one of our last matches last year, and we beat them in 3 at their place, but they were really feisty, and I think they're much improved from where they were last year. They had a win over number 2 Angelo State, and Angelo stayed at number 2. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, Adams is going to be a challenge for sure, and we're really focused on Adams first, and then we'll move on into Mexico Highlands. But they've got a new kid on the team that's a transfer from Dixie State that's pretty good, and they had the same crew that they did from last year, so that will be a challenge.
Kurt, congratulations on your honor.
Thank you.
Pretty consistent throughout the season, kind of the third quarter of the way through. What's the goal of personal or team for the next wave of games?
I think my personal goal is to keep pushing, because I think that even though I did average 6 digs or something per set, that I definitely missed out on a lot of digs that were fairly simple that I make. So that's my goal for myself is to stay balanced and just keep pushing forward. And then I think our team goal is to come out even stronger, because at the beginning of the year to now we've just been kind of on this incline. So I think it'd be good to push farther forward.
Ash, you've been around for a few seasons now. What's the kind of the environment, being at home for a couple of matches this week and getting to play in front of a crowd? How does that feel for you?
It's nice. How close are to hold it? Okay. It's really nice to have, after last season, having no fans allowed, being back in our home match, and we had a great outcome. So that was really fun. And I totally forgot your first question. I'm sorry.
So Coach, you mentioned, never like losing, but being in the game, like you said, you use that as motivation going forward, knowing that you're in there.
Yeah, I think you always learn more about yourself when you lose. I think any coach will tell you that. But having 3 losses up and down our hallway is just basically not acceptable anymore. So, we've played really good competition, and we do that on purpose because we want to challenge ourselves against the best in the country. But yeah, what I've learned is that, and what I told them on the bus on our way to Westminster is, this is the group that I want to compete for a championship, and I really believe that the people we have on this bus can get it done. But we have to do it. We can't just be entitled to it because we finished 15-1 last year and we won the regular season. We have to go out there and do the work and be disciplined on what we're doing. So yes, absolutely, it motivates you. I think it always takes that first hit of the season, if that's a loss or a really close scare, to kind of get you headed in the right direction. And I think we're headed in that direction. I think 9 matches in 2 weeks is also very tough. And now that slows down, and now we can kind of work on progressing a little bit more slowly.
From a player perspective, kind of same question, but how you guys use that going forward?
Yeah, I agree with what he said. I think we got really caught up in being 15-1 last year and almost making it undefeated. So I think coming into this year, there was a lot of pressure on ourselves, and then now we're in a position that we don't really want to be in. So I think that's a huge motivation for us to just keep getting in the gym, and now we have something to truly prove again. So I think that's a good goal for us too.
I second that.
Motion's passed.
Was it just a gut feeling that, hey, let's put Sierra in and get it going, or was it just her time to
Well, I mean, she's coming back from an all-conference year, so it's not like we didn't know what she could do. Sydney and Holly have both been playing really well. Sydney obviously having 22 kills against Metro the night before, and Holly's been kind of our rock and serve receive, so we just feel like we can't take her out, even if she's not attacking great because she's passing so well. So we always knew what Sierra could do, and then Sydney was struggling just a little bit. I think she was exhausted because all the sets that she received the night before, and then she just kind of came in and lit it up, and I think we all know that she can do it. It was just really fun to see. If you actually watch the end of the second set, she gets tackled by Holly because Holly was so excited for her. So yeah, it wasn't really necessarily a feeling. It's just like one of those things. It's always we're looking for an opportunity to play her, and that just happened to be the best opportunity.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to the depth you've got, and it's a good thing and a not so good thing because there are players that can help that you're just trying to get them into a game sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. There's kids that you guys haven't seen that could start on other schools in the RMAC. It's just hard. We get 15 subs, and there's no garbage time in volleyball. We're never up by 40. You're up. Your garbage time is you're up 24-10, and that's not garbage time. That's not even worth it. So, and that just doesn't happen that often. So.
Say, Ashton, the balance that this team relies on so much, does it help take some of the pressure off sometimes?
Yes.
When, okay, I'm just not having a great match, I'll get back into the rhythm?
Yes, I think that is one of the most secure feelings to have on the team is when if you are not playing your best, you know that the person next to you can come in and like provide for the team. And I just think that's such a great feeling that we are able to do that and have so much depth on the team. And I think that makes us very versatile and a strong team.
So last year you guys had obviously an amazing season. Does that change your approach to how you are going into this season at all? Just being undefeated almost last year and then coming into this, has there been added pressure? Have you guys changed your approach to hitting matchups?
I don't think it's added pressure. I mean, obviously we took a big hit when we lost Maddie Fouts. I mean, she was pretty key to our success last year. I think we do have balance, and there's kids that can come in and play for her. So I think the thing that only really changed our approach was not having her. But we obviously have good freshmen. As far as I know, everybody likes to win in our program. So, yeah, we can get pretty used to that as well. And I think the approach that we had last spring was that let's get better every day. And I think that might have gone away just a little bit because we were coming off of 15 in 1 year, and it's like, okay, we're already pretty good. But then, after those first couple losses, you get back to that pretty quickly, like, hey, we do have to get better. So.
Question of the week.
Question of the week.
Other than volleyball, favorite professional athlete? Or do you coach or athlete?
Other than volleyball, favorite professional athlete. Ashton, you get to go first.
I'll go first. I have one.
You had that scared look.
I did, but then I thought of one. I don't know how to pronounce his last name very well, but it's Eric Weinheim or something. He climbed Everest and he's blind, so I think that's really cool. Is that he kind of paved the way for that you can do anything truly.
Has he been paid?
Yeah, sponsor.
Ooh, okay, all right. Just want to make sure he's professional.
I am blanking at the moment. Give me a second. You go.
So many professional athletes let me down. I don't even want to say their names, Lance Armstrong, Tiger Woods. But I am a Lions fan, and I went to Michigan, and there's a quarterback that's doing pretty well. I can't remember his name. He plays for the Tampa Bay Bucks. He's kind of fun to watch. I know. He's one of them. I love Steph Curry. Let's just go with those two for now.
Dak Prescott for me. That's like a family one.
Why?
Well, no one here. God, listen. I'm just kidding. I think he's a great athlete, and even though no one likes Cowboys here, I think it's just my family who likes Cowboys here in Colorado. But yeah.
That's the family thing, the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I just know if Dak Prescott used to hang out at your house or.